What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below. As usual, go get it. PayPal information and a link too. They asked me to put it up there. I put it up there. Now, this video, though, is entitled The Information Age is a Two-Way Street. So a lot of people, I've talked about the information age before being, we have so much information and so little intelligence. But one of the things that I haven't talked about, or when I looked, which I thought I did, but I didn't, is the information age is becoming personalized programming. So what you wind up having is a society where, you know, you got a YouTube channel, you watch YouTube, you watching their videos, it personalizes what you want to see. You know, you got a Facebook page, it personalizes the material you're gonna get afterwards. You know what I mean? You got a Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, whatever account. When you watch a few shows, it personalizes what you should watch next. The thing about that is this, though. Information is a two-way street. Because in this technological age of, you know, automation and technology and the internet, what winds up happening is, you know, resources are still a power, but information is also power, which that power that information generates people money. So back in the day, it was easy to program people because everybody had the same stations. Everybody saw the same shows. So when the advertisements would come up, everybody would buy the same products. But now you're living in a society where there's so many channels. There's so many different things to watch. So you get to be rogue. You get to go rogue with your form of entertainment. So once you go rogue with your form of entertainment and the information that you seek out, it also opens the door to personalize the because you kind of self-programming yourself, but they're going to personalize what they can promote to you. You know, how can I sell to this person personally? Because the information age, it has your spending habits also. Because if you buy something, and you could buy something on one particular website, but something similar pops up on another. Why? Because companies pay for your information. They share your information. You get what I'm saying? They don't just advertise for you to you personally. They advertise to algorithms. So these algorithms are on all social platforms and all media platforms. Now the other thing about that is, well, information being a two-way street, a lot of times people feel like they're anonymous. You're not. You know, information is a two-way street. You know, because if you think somebody has anonymity, that you have anonymity, but you're using the same platform as everybody else, and nobody will ever know it's me. Yeah, they will. You know, all the thing they're trying to do is make it less personal, where whatever platform you're using, it becomes the middleman to police people. So if you're doing too much, they shut you down before the other person actually has to find you. And see, some of you people think because you have a different nickname or a different, what do you call it, an avatar, that your profile is this, that, and the third, that you can't be found or seen. No, the information is a two-way street. You know, so some of y'all who think y'all so anonymous, you're not really that anonymous. If you notice, when they have all these stories about people holding their phones up and filming people acting out of pocket, how quickly do you find these people's identities? You know, that's the information age we live in. Like, people can quickly find your name, your address, this, that, and the third, or try to find your occupation. This is why sometimes you see people who jump on and off of social media because they don't want to deal. You know, they don't have time, you know, because everybody who's your friend ain't your friend, you know, and especially in the social media sense, you know, people sometimes just want to get to know you, get your information, or get dirt on you, this, that, and the third. You never know. But the information age in itself is a two-way street. In the same way, well, you can be anonymous in plain sight. Because of the information age, all you got to do is really be sporadic. You know, you don't make the same move twice. You don't have a pattern, because everything is based on algorithms. And what happens when you don't create an information algorithm? You're just random as hell. They put random stuff together that doesn't fit, and then all you're gonna do is add to the list of randomness to the point where, you know, they can't tell you, they don't know anything. They're like, what is that? Because the information age is set on the very human dynamic of patterns. See, people are used to habits. This is why some of you people have learned about how people got robbed, because they were on social media, to the point where people who steal as an occupation, they use your social media to know where you're at and when you're there, and capitalize on that, right? You know, sometimes you people want to be seen doing so much, you don't know who you're being seen with or who they're connected to, you know. But the information age is a two-way, because the information age is a two-way street. You know, a lot of times, some of you people think you're anonymous because you might know what a person looks like, but they don't know what you look like. Well, in a surprise sense or in an internet sense, that's true. But in a real life sense, if you have any kind of sense of awareness, you realize quickly, you know, somebody who has bad intentions for you. And even if y'all try to be actors and play like you cool, you know, oh, I'm gonna play my part. Nah, you're not really. Not really. You think you're doing a good job, but because that, to a degree, that works for some people, you know, but that doesn't work with everybody. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. The other thing about the information age being a two-way street is, at the end of the day, you know, you have a digital footprint, and the people who are like, the digital footprint goes both ways, because somebody has to leave a digital footprint. Somebody has to leave a digital fingerprint where you're at, even if you're sending a digital fingerprint where they're at. So there's always this immediate relay of information. So that a lot of us don't take into consideration these things. Same thing with YouTube. You know, it's a two-way street. You know, they middleman things, but, you know, you can tell if somebody's tampering or not. You know, now, because we're talking about a company, you can't pinpoint an individual, but you can tell, you can pretty much tell the algorithms, the interference, this, that, and the third, right? You can't say certain words, certain phrases, this, that, and the third. But on the flip side of that, you can't put out this information, but you can put out that information, but they can put out contradictory information. So it's different. And the reason I'm making this video is because I notice a lot of people who are trolling think that they can't get found. And at the same time, I notice a lot of business practices. It's like, well, you want to use the information that you have on me to market to me. And at the same time, you get marketed to, because people just call you, hey man, we can help you out and get you more of this, more of that, more of that. Why? Because everybody's being tracked. You gotta realize, like, everybody's being tracked digitally. Like, the eye in the sky don't lie, and the eye is not just in the sky; it's in your. The eye is on this camera, on my phone's camera, you know, on the microphone. All of this stuff is pretty much on 24/7, whether you cut it on or off or not, right? So, with that being said, information on you is generated all the time. So every camera and phone is tapped. Every one of them. You know, this is why the government subsidizes and pays social media companies, or can get social media information, or get phone company information, or cable information, just like that. It's why you can be triangulated so fast, because the information age is a two-way street. So I'm done. We out, yo. Peace.